Good morning, class. How are you all? I hope you all are in your good health and are doing very well. So, today we are going to start the next part of our chapter partnership, and the name of that part is goodwill. So, today we will discuss goodwill, its nature, and its valuation. So, before going through the goodwill, its nature, valuation, first of all, we need to understand what exactly the goodwill means. So, goodwill is an intangible asset. Okay, so the firm is having two kind of assets, as a tangible assets and intangible assets. Tangible assets are those for which we can touch or see, but the intangible assets are those assets which we can't see, we just feel its existence. Okay, so goodwill is an intangible assets which places an enterprise at an advantageous position, due to which the enterprise is able to earn higher profit without putting extra effort. So it is so because the efforts made in the past put the enterprise in an advantageous position. So you can take the example, if the enterprise has rendered good service to its customer, the customer will be satisfied from the quality of service, which in all likelihood will bring them back to the enterprise. In turn, the enterprise will achieve higher sale and thus higher profits. Goodwill is the present value of expected future income that is in excess of normal return on investment in tangible asset, or for the excess of price paid for a business as a whole over the book value or over the computed or agreed value of all tangible net assets purchased. So here we will see that goodwill is the good name or the reputation of the business, which is earned by a firm through the hard work and honesty of its owners. So if a firm renders good service to the customer who feels satisfied will come again and again, and the firm will be able to earn more profit in future. Thus, goodwill is the value of reputation of a firm which enables it to earn higher profit in comparison to the normal profit earned by other firms in the same trade. Now, features of goodwill. That is, what are the features that making goodwill as an important thing. So, goodwill is an intangible asset. So, intangible asset, we will understand this point. This is the accounting standard 26. Now, accounting standard 26 issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has defined intangible assets as an intangible assets is an identifiable non-monetary assets without physical substance, held for use in the production or supply of goods or services, for rental to others, or for administrative purpose. So intangible assets is an identifiable non-monetary assets. So goodwill cannot be seen or touched, that is, it does not have any physical existence. Thus, it brings to the category of intangible assets such as patent, trademark, copyright, etc. Second, we have it is helpful in earning excess profit. So, goodwill help eventually the firms to earn higher amount of profit. Third point of feature we have, its value is liable to constant fluctuation. That is, while goodwill does not depreciate, depreciation is available only on tangible assets. So goodwill does not depreciate, its value is liable to constant fluctuation. Its value is liable to constant fluctuation. Understand this point. It is always present as a silent assets in a business where there are super profit, that is more than normal, but declines in value with the decline in earning. If the earning of the firm will decline, then the goodwill also decline. Fifth point we have, it is valuable only when entire business is sold. So goodwill cannot be sold in part. You can't sold a goodwill in part wise. It can be sold with the entire business only. The only exception is at the time of admission or retirement of a partner. So when there is any kind of admission or retirement of the partner in the partnership firm, at that time we can calculate goodwill in part wise. Now it is difficult to place an exact value on goodwill. So this is because its value may fluctuate from time to time due to changing circumstances which are internal and external to the business. Now we can categorize the goodwill into two parts, that is purchase goodwill and self-generated goodwill. Okay, now purchase goodwill. What is purchase goodwill? Purchased goodwill is that goodwill which is acquired by a firm for a consideration, whether paid in cash or kind. You can take the example when a business is purchased and purchase consideration is more than the value of net assets. More than the value of net assets means assets minus liabilities. The difference amount of the value is purchased goodwill. Whatever will the difference amount, it would become the value of goodwill. Then we have another thing, that is a self-generated goodwill. So what is self-generated goodwill? Self-generated goodwill is that goodwill which is not purchased for consideration but is earned by the effort of the management or the partner. It is internally generated goodwill which arises from a number of factors like favorable location, efficient management, good quality of product, etc., that a running business possesses, due to which it is able to earn a higher profit. So that is the self-generated goodwill. So what are the factors that affect the value of goodwill? So there are few factors which affect the value of goodwill. What we have, that we have the efficient management, favorable location, favorable contract, longer establishment of business, advantage of patent, access to supplies, quality, market situation, risks associated with business, nature of business, past performance, and other factor. These are the factors that affect the value of goodwill. So we are discussing one by one. Efficient management. So if the management is experienced, capable, and competent, the firm will earn higher profit. Favorable location. Location plays an important role. So if their favorable place resulted in increased customer walk-in and therefore increased sale, and the value of goodwill will be higher. Favorable contract. Sometimes firm has a long-term contract for sale and purchase of the goods at favorable prices, that will also affect the profit of the business. Longer establishment of business. Business established for long are likely to have extensive customer base, resulting in higher sale and profit. Now, advantage of patents. Normally patents are necessary for manufacture or production of certain types of articles. So a firm which possesses the necessary patent will have a higher value of goodwill. Access to supplies. When supplies of material are difficult to get, there will be a high value of goodwill for a firm which has good arrangement for getting supplies. Quality. If a firm enjoys good reputation for the quality of its product, there will be a ready sale and the value of its goodwill therefore will be high. Market situation. If a firm is in a business where demand of a product dealt is in a higher than the supply, it will lead to lower capital requirement and higher profit. It will thus increase the value of its goodwill. Risk associated with the business. If the risk faced by the business are higher than normal, the business will have less value of goodwill. On the contrary, if the business faces lower risk, it will have higher value of goodwill. Then nature of the business. If the business of the firm is of the nature where the product deal in a high demand, although not short in supply, the profit will be higher. It will thus increase the value of the goodwill. Past performance. The firm earning higher profit year after year will have a better value for goodwill as compared to firms earning lesser profit or incurring losses with similar amount of capital employed. Other factors are after sale service, good customer relation, good labor relation, etc. Okay, now we are moving toward the next part, is the need for valuing goodwill. So whenever the mutual right of the partner changes, the party which make a sacrifice must get compensated. So whenever there any kind of change, goodwill will get affected. So mutual right changes under following circumstances. When the mutual right gets changed: when profit sharing ratio changes, on admission of partner, on retirement or death of partner, when amalgamation of two firms takes place, or when partnership firm is sold. Now we have basically three methods. That is the method of calculating goodwill, that is average profit method, super profit method, and capitalization method. Okay, so in average profit we have two methods, simple average and weighted average. In super profit we have just super profit method, and in capitalization method we have two methods in this, that is capitalization of average profit and capitalization of super profit. Okay, now average profit method, this is very simple method. Okay, so here we will calculate goodwill as average profit into number of years purchase. So what is the number of years purchase? So number of years purchase means for how many years the firm will earn the same amount of profit in future. Listen again, number of year of purchase means for how many years the firm will earn the same amount of profit in future. So average profit equal to total profit divided by number of years. Okay, so listen once again. Goodwill equal to average profit into number of years purchase, and average profit equal to total profit divided by number of years. Okay class, look here, we have one statement. Here 4 steps are being provided for the calculation of goodwill. So class, it would be better if you write this thing in your notebook, because this will eventually help you in calculate the value of profit. So first of all, we need to calculate the normal business profit. So how will we calculate the normal business profit? So profit, we have to find the profit, or we will be given with the profit. We have to add any kind of abnormal losses, loss on sale of fixed assets, overvaluation of opening stock or undervaluation of closing stock, non-recurring expenses, capital expenditure. We have to add, because these all are the losses. These all are deducting our value of assets. Now what we have to do, we have to less what we have to deduct the abnormal gain, overvaluation of closing stock or undervaluation of opening stock, non-recurring income, that is such incomes are not expected in future, income from non-trade investment, partners remuneration if it is not deducted, any future expenses like insurance premium, we have to deduct this point. Now at that time, after doing this kind of addition and deduction, we will get the adjusted profit, and this adjusted profit is the future maintainable profit. So we have to find the average profit. Now average profit equal to total of profit divided by number of years. Then we have to determine the number of years purchase, it will be given in the question, and then we need to find the value of goodwill. So goodwill equal to average profit as we got in the step 2 into number of years purchase as per step 3. So in this way we can calculate the value of goodwill. Here one example is also being provided, that you can see here. Goodwill of a firm is to be valued at 3-year purchase of 4 years average profit. Okay, the firm earned profit in previous 4 years are 15,000, 11,000, 18,000 and 16,000. So what would be average profit? We will add all the profit of the 4 year and divide it by number of year, that is 4 years. So average profit equal to 15,000 plus 11,000 plus 18,000 plus 16,000. You can see clearly in written in the stream downwards, divided by 4, we will get 15,000. So goodwill equal to average profit into number of years purchase, because in this question it has been provided that number of years purchase required is 3 years. So 15,000 into 3, that is 45,000, and this 45,000 is the value of goodwill. Okay, now we have one question available here. For your convenience, just note down this question. So we have the Simran purchase Anita's business. See, Simran is purchasing Anita's business on 1st April 19. Now the profit of Anita's business for the last 4 years has been given. Now we have some adjustment, that is during the year ended 31st March 16, asset was sold at a profit of 10,000. During the year 31st March 17, a machine get destroyed in accident and 30,000 was written off as loss in profit and loss account. During the year ended 31st March 18, firm's assets were not insured due to oversight, insurance premium being paid 10,000. Okay, now we will see its calculation. See, we have the year given, then we have the profit. Now see, in profit we have the adjustment of the 10,000. Why 10,000 adjustment? Because there is a profit, so any kind of profit will be deducted. Now in the second year also we have the 30,000. 30,000 is the loss, we will add that back, and in third year we'll find that there is the amount of 10,000. We will again deduct this 10,000 because the premium has been provided. Now we will get the normal profit. Now what will be the average profit? Just add all the normal profit amount. So total normal profit divided by number of years. So 6,60,000 divided by how many years we have? We have the 4 years. So we got the average profit of 1,65,000. Now in the question it has been given that goodwill to be value on the 3-year purchase of average normal profit. Okay, now average profit we have 1,65,000. So goodwill will be average profit into number of years purchase. So 1,65,000 into 3, that is 4,95,000. So this is the amount of goodwill of the firm. Now we have the next point, the weighted average profit. Here we need to provide weight. This method is a modified version of average profit method. So in this method, each year profit is assigned a weight. So if any year like if any 4 or 5 years will be given, we'll provide we will assign the weight. See, weighted average profit equal to total product of profit divided by total of weight. That is the weighted average profit. So how will calculate goodwill? Goodwill equal to weighted average profit into number of years purchase. Okay, so to conclude this formula, we have one example. See, profit of the firm for the last 5 years provided. See, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 profits provided. So calculate goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase on the average profit. Okay, and the way as we have to assign weight as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we have to create a column, 4 columns. Now profit, assign the profit, and then weight, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And what we have to do, we have to create one column, that is the weighted profit column. So what we have to do, we have to multiply the profit into weight. So 40,000 into 1, 48,000 into 2, 60,000 into 3, and eventually in this manner. Now you have to add all the weighted profit and all the weight. So weighted average profit equal to total of weighted profit divided by total of weight. We will get the weighted average profit. Then the same process, calculation of goodwill. Goodwill equal to weighted average profit into number of years purchase. So class, this was quite easy. Okay, now what we have to do, we need to solve some question. Once you are getting habituated by solving this question, you will find that this goodwill is also a quite easy topic. See, what we have to do, you have to practice more and more. As you will practice more, you will get habituated with the type of question and you will find yourself in the best comfortable position. So class, this is all set for today. Thank you very much and hope we will meet soon. Thank you class. Thank you very much.